Hey everyone, Jackie here. Just wanted to give you a little disclaimer before you listen to this episode. Something funky happened with the audio and it sounds a little bit wonky. Anyway, you should listen. It's good. Nikki's here behind me. We hope you enjoy the episode that is still full of value, packed with lots of value. Just the sound is a little off. Anyway, bye.
Hey, Time Slicers, welcome to Slice Squad Spills. I'm your host, Nikki Wildflower. I went from a basement apartment to a multiple seven-figure empire. Now I'm here to share how you can do it too. Hello, and welcome to Slice Squad Spills. My name is Nikki Wildflower, and I'm here with my co-host / sister, Jackie.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. Real talk, we gotta jump in because this is our second go. Jackie said this is our second time recording this part of the episode because Jackie said I was very unclear about what the episode was about. So if you're listening to this episode, it's because either clients, like, you want to do high ticket services, but they keep ghosting you or flinching at your prices or saying like, oh, I can't afford that. Or you're trying to upsell services or want to upsell services, but you're either awkward about those conversations, you techno babble, whatever it is.
Or you avoid them entirely.
Or you avoid those conversations entirely. And you're not broken. But today what we're going to do is we're going to walk you through why your consult isn't converting those higher ticket clients, either in the DMs or in person, why upselling feels awkward, and why even your loyal clients don't upgrade. Today is all about awareness of this, a wake-up call, and we're going to go through the psychology, and hopefully you'll feel a lot more comfy having these conversations and have a clear path forward by the end of it, and so that you can just have more high-ticket clients and better sales in general.
Your communication skill is something that we're really going to hone in on today, making sure that you can confidently communicate and ask the right questions to truly understand the people that are potential clients that you're talking to in the DMs or having an in-person consult with. And then also truly understand your clients, your loyal clients, or whoever's there in your space, what their problems are, so that you can also confidently have the conversation to upsell or sell retail or whatever it may be to, just bring your overall revenue of your business higher. So communication is one of the most important skills you can build in business in general. And we're going to go over how to get confident in that today. And you get confident by doing, just to keep in mind. So not by avoiding having these conversations, but by just having them. And again, we're going to give you the skill to ask the right questions.
Yes. And this is a skill that needs developed. So this is one thing that we're going over today. We're focusing on conversion, but that is one piece of a very large pie that it would take to be a successful, high ticket, luxury, efficient business owner. So this one piece of the pie is conversion, but it's one of the most important pieces of the pie when you are moving into a space where your services are like 400, even like 300 and up, 400 and up, or you're doing like add-ons that are $50, $60. Like, learning how to have those conversations and convert that is one of the best things you could learn. But I think most service providers are like, I don't want to be a salesperson. Like, that's not my job. Of course it's your job.
You are a salesperson. If you're a business owner, you are in sales, period.
But that doesn't mean you're a slime ball. Like, everyone automatically assumes like, oh, I'm like a dirtbag because
sales are bad.
Because sales are bad and I'm trying to get people to spend their money with me. And we're going to teach you how to shift that mentality because it fucking sucks. Why would you think that? Like, you have a solution to somebody's problem, but in order to get them to take action, it's the way that you communicate that's going to get them there. So most service providers would assume that high ticket clients, like anything 400 and up or extensions or anything higher, wouldn't book them because, number one, it's their city, it's the economy, it's the place where they work, their following isn't big enough, their work isn't as good with
bullshit.
Yeah, my work isn't as good as Sarah with good ring light down the street. None of that is the real reason. And I want to give you a little bit of proof of that. Okay. So I have one client who's I have a lot of clients who are in small towns who have definitely worked through this and they make like $20K a month. This particular client, it's really funny. So she's making $20K a month in a very small rural town that, most people are charging $25 for a haircut. Now she's charging thousands of dollars for services. So she's making, anywhere from 15 to 23K a month right now doing high ticket services. I spoke to two other stylists in their town, and verbatim, they said, oh, yeah, no, I couldn't have a successful career because nobody in my town spends money like that. And I'm like, oh, really?
Is that right?
Is that
Because
is that
from
correct?
what I
And
know for a fact, that's not true.
that's not true. And it's really wild how people get so stuck in that mentality when it's really not true. And, I even had another conversation with a client the other day or who was like, hey, like, or not a potential client. She was like, people here don't spend that money. She's like, but then again, she was like, I've been to where you live before. It's really like nowhere's the USA. So like, I guess if they would spend money there, they're definitely
They
going to
would
spend it
spend money
here.
here. Yeah, we don't care what size town you live in. It doesn't matter. I guarantee you that in your small town, people are still spending money on Botox, designer clothes, designer bags, travel. Like, I guarantee you in your small town, there are people who spend money when they value the solution that you offer. And you have to communicate clearly what solution you offered, not technobabble, all of the like bells and whistles, but like understand what they value and what they need and how like that's affecting them on an emotional level. And then it's a no brainer for them to spend money on that, right? Like Botox is a solution that
It
people
is
like,
to wrinkles.
right? And it's expensive as shit. But do people continue to do it no matter where? Like, do people budget for things that they value? Yes.
100%. I guarantee you right now that if I went on my Instagram live in my small town and said, hey, I have an all-inclusive trip to Hawaii. It's $15,000 worth of value and you can have it tomorrow for $2,000. It's all inclusive. It's your whole family, whatever. You know how many people who don't have the money are coming up with 2K because they value it? All of a sudden they have the money. People will make it happen for something that they see the importance of. It is your job to communicate that. Now, I don't usually start here by like, I just want you guys to know that this is a taste to this entire conversation, but we have a full workshop called Consults That Convert coming up on December 15th. So we are inviting like 50 of you to come into a class with our existing mastermind clients who are all making 10K and up per month. We're doing this incredible workshop. You're invited in. We're going to put the link in the chat for you. It's $47. It's going to be the best $47 you probably ever
You've
spent
ever spent.
you've ever spent in your life because you're going to walk out of there like, holy shit, I know that no matter where I live, I can absolutely make this happen with that skill. So that's my goal of the class. It's December 15th, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We are limited on tickets because again, I do want to invite you into our worlds a little bit so that you can see what's possible for you. And at the same time, I do want to keep it small-ish and intimate for our existing clients who have paid a good amount of money to be there in that class too. So $47 is a freaking deal for this
For
workshop.
real.
So the sign up will be in the link below. And also when you sign up, you get some bonuses with it. So you get a full consult script with it, a full consult workflow, and you get the replay. There's like a whole lot that comes with it. You'll see when you click the link, but I can't remember them off the
Just
top of
sign
my
up.
head. Yeah. So this has nothing to do with your actual technical skills. It has nothing to do with foils, ratios, grams, whatever demon lives inside your color bowl. It has nothing to do with which certifications you've taken and how much better the actual thing that you do is than what everybody else does. It has nothing to do with that. And I think that that's where most people go when they try to have these conversations. Premium clients buy one thing, and that one thing is certainty. So if they don't feel certain, they don't feel safe. And people are naturally risk averse. People don't want to take risks. Like they would rather avoid pain than go toward pleasure. So they want this thing, but they really want to avoid pain. If they don't feel safe, they don't buy.
So think about that as like everyone's brain kind of automatically goes to the worst case scenario and the what ifs unless they feel certain and confident. And you've built the right level of trust and understanding with this person. That's like just in other terms what that means.
Yeah. So a lot of times, and we're going to teach you like the questioning framework that you should do when people are interested in a certain service and stuff like that. But I also want to say like people get really awkward about upsell conversations, whether that be treatments. There's a lot of different upsells you can do in every different industry. Literally everyone I could think of has an upsell. From getting my oil changed to going out to dinner, every place has upsells, and you could be either really bad at that or really good at it. Most people are thinking about it as convincing. And that's not what it is. It's just showing someone the better version of the thing that they already want. Okay. But if you feel awkward, the reason why you probably do feel awkward is because you're treating it like a technical evaluation instead of a psychological conversation, which is what it is. You're talking ingredients. I used to do it all the time. So I worked at a salon and they really push retail on us. And when someone like pushes something on you, like you don't
You feel
want to
like,
do it.
yeah. And then there's like pressure and then it's like
And
weird.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like, leave me
Yeah.
alone. So I would get so awkward. So what I would do is I'd be like, okay, so this product that I'm using in your hair today, it's going to really help you with frizz. It actually has N protein. It's actually got quinoa in it, which is actually a really good kind of protein that you would want in your hair because it can't over proteinize it. And it smells good and it goes on really smooth. Of course, they're not going to effing buy
Like,
that.
I
Like,
don't
I'm
care. I don't give a shit if there's quinoa in my hair. That actually feels worse. I'm like, I don't know if I want quinoa in my
like, they're buying an outcome. They're buying the
right.
vacation, and I'm selling that fucking quinoa. Like,
The, the clients are like, okay, sick, no thanks, maybe next time. Like, because they don't give a shit about those details. They need to understand that this add-on, they don't care about the ingredients. They need to know that the add-on is going to solve their problem. What's their problem? They have really frizzy hair. Okay, I have the perfect, you ask the right questions, you ask lots of questions, and then you understand that the quinoa product's the right one. But do you have to tell them about the quinoa? You don't have to tell them.
no. So there are two ways that somebody could have an upsell conversation. I'm going to pretend that Jackie is a client coming in to sit in my chair, and I do her hair all the time. She comes in, and I'm like, all right, here's how I want to know like what it is, what solution I need to like present to a problem that she has. Now, don't actually, so I'm putting this on YouTube as like an actual video. So don't look at Jackie's actual hair because I have not done it in months and months and months. This is her postpartum hair.
I have not had my hair done in a really long time.
I'm not responsible for that. Basically, what I would do is I would have the conversation with her about her color and all of that stuff. And then I would say like, okay, and I would offer a solution there, but I would also say like, okay, like outside of your color and like refreshing your cut, has there been like anything else going on with your hair or your scalp that's been like bothering you at all?
Yeah, so just living in Colorado, it's always really dry here, and especially when winter comes, I just notice that like I get a flaky scalp, I have a little bit of dandruff, like as I'm scrubbing my hair, I get some like flakes and stuff like that.
Okay. And how long have you been noticing that?
So, I'll say it started to get a little bit worse in like probably November.
November. Okay. So it was like, you feel like it's been pretty seasonal.
Yeah, normally just in the winter.
I mean, is that something that's been bothering you? Because, like, is it like more of an insecurity thing or is it actually like uncomfortable?
Well, it's both. Like my scalp's a little bit itchy. And then also, sometimes I like literally have a big white flake like right in the front.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's just like a little embarrassing.
I completely understand that. So with that being said, like, if there's something that I have that could potentially fix that for you, would that be something you'd be open to exploring?
Yeah, I think so. Would it be something like a one-time thing or like a product that I would bring home?
Possibly both. You mind if I take a peek?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Now you see how I went in and I started asking questions like that and like having her dig into it. She's telling me it's been going on for this long. And I even dug into how it's making her feel insecure and it's uncomfortable. And it's been happening for a couple of months. Oh, well, 1 month because it's December and that was November. But regardless, most people, what they would do is this. Let's try this again. Okay. So we're gonna do your color today. I'm gonna mix that up for you. And they'd probably wait for also I noticed a little bit of stuff going on your scalp. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I know my scalp's like a little bit dry.
Yeah, no. So like, I'm totally going to recommend that we do a treatment on you today. So I have this like really good scalp stuff that it really clears it up. So what it does is it's going to like exfoliate your scalp, and then I'm going to go in. It's actually just going to add a lot of moisture. So is that something you want to do?
Um,
See the
maybe.
difference? What felt better for you as a client?
The first conversation just like felt like you were actually like you heard me, saw me and like valued what I was saying before you offered a solution. And then like you didn't over explain it. You were like, well, do you mind if I get my hands in there? And then when I asked the question, like, would it be something that we do here, something I take home? I like that you were just pretty general, like possibly both. Yeah, I would have been more confident and like trusted you more to probably say yes to both of those things.
And I took a second and I did something where I was mirroring her. I was asking her questions and I was letting her explain instead of techno babbling over her about stuff she potentially doesn't care about. And I always bring up this one, like where my birthday last year, I went to a spa and, she's focusing on things that I don't even consider a problem. She's like, did you know that you have acne? I have this really cool thing that like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I don't give a shit about my acne, but if you ask me the right questions, you would know that what I'm most insecure about is my wrinkles that I don't actually have. But what I'm most insecure about is like my, the maturity of my skin or like that happening. And that's what I want to be preventative about. But she didn't ask me the right questions. It's not necessarily true that she doesn't care. She just doesn't have these skills. And this is going to change the way that you have conversations with humans in your life. And you'll see that people like respond so well to you in every aspect of your life because you know how to ask the right questions. This isn't just like a business help thing. It's like an
No, it's
everything communication
communication
help thing.
skill.
Here's another one that we get a lot. Jackie comes into my DMs. She's like, hey, I saw I saw that you do extensions. I'm interested in them. How much would a like extension transformation be? And what most people would do is come into that and be like,
Hey, yeah. So my prices are range. So like my prices range from blah, blah, blah to blah, 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 like depending, like sound good and crickets, crickets.
yeah, because you didn't take any time to like understand the person. So whenever somebody comes to my DM, and also people get like automatic on the defense, like they come into your DMs, they say how much, and automatically you get this taste in your mouth, like, oh, F this person, like they only care about the money. And it's not true. They just don't know that they care about anything outside of that yet. They're just curious. So they don't
Yeah.
know what questions to ask you. So, and I'm not saying like there are people who are just price shopping. So this is not
Yeah.
to say that this works with everybody and not everybody's the right client for you. Okay.
Don't like turn someone off or like turn someone down just because that's the first question that they ask, because it doesn't make sense.
I took somewhat from 10% conversion on these conversations to 40%, which means the equivalent of about of an additional $7,000 a month just from getting better at this skill. Okay. Somebody comes to the DMs instead of like, and saying how much, instead of like just dropping that, you say, hey, like it's really nice to meet you. That really depends kind of on what your hair looks like now and what you want it to look like. Would it be cool if I just asked you some questions?
Ask for permission. Can I ask you some more questions? Most people love like that question alone, right? Yeah, sure. You can ask me more questions. People love to, we all love to talk about ourselves a little bit. Or when someone's questioning us, like, when you go to the doctor and they're like, so, or like a therapist or whatever it may be, we like to talk about our problems and like have someone hear us. So
Yeah,
when you ask,
exactly.
mind if I ask you some more questions? They're going to be like, oh, sick. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of it comes down to like, this is actually empathy, by the way. It's actually empathy. When you just answer how much off the bat without knowing anything about them, all it does is put you in like the commodity category. And once you're in that category, then you compete on price and not value. And that's like the worst possible position that you can be in as a high ticket artist. And
You're doing yourself and the client a disservice.
yeah, the other thing that people do that I see all the time. So I was on the phone with a potential consulting client the other day, and they said like, I do a lot of Brazilian blowouts, or I want to do more Brazilian blowouts. But whenever people call in and they're just like, how much is it? I tell them like all the good things about it, like how amazing it is. So like I do have those conversations really well and explain everything thoroughly to them, but then they just say like it's too much. And I'm like, okay, this is my favorite mistake that people make. It's because they start breaking down the process and the foils and the grams and the toner and like all of these things and the client's just sitting there like, ma'am, I'm just trying to look hot as fuck. Like,
yeah, like they're bored. They're bored. It's not relevant to them. Like the details aren't relevant to them. They need to feel confident and clear that you are going to give them the result that they need, their desired result around whatever's been bothering them.
Instead of that, she could have said, oh yeah, like we have a few different packages. So it really depends. Like, can I ask that what had you interested in wanting a blowout like that in the first place? Oh, well, my hair's been really frizzy. Okay, your hair's been frizzy. And like, have you tried anything before that would fix that? Have you ever had this before? Asking the right questions. And then once you really build that up and they're excited about it, then you can present confidently there's a whole process that goes with this, and it's too much for me to break down in this. So definitely like you will get you will get the skills for this in the workshop. And I'm really excited for it. So hopefully you come. If you're listening to this and you're an active consulting client, a premier artist, or a VIP client, do not pay for the workshop. Okay.
No, you get to come for
Please.
free. Yeah.
Then I'm just going to
You
have to refund you, and it makes me more admin work for me. So don't do that. But if you are not an active consulting client or in VIP or a premier client, and it's just $47, and I know that
You're going
every
to get
single
so
one of
much
you,
value.
I know that every single one of you can budget for something that's important. Okay.
It's a solution to your problem on not being able to convert clients to higher tickets. Okay.
1,000%. But here's what premium buyers actually crave. And again, it's like they want to feel led. They want to feel led, not boss, not push. They want to feel listened to and led and confident. And they want somebody who already knows what's best for them, but that takes the time to sit down, listen, ask the right questions, and then present the solution to their problem. Because no problem, no sale, as far as I'm concerned. Everybody is solving a problem when they go to buy something.
Even like
And
look at the room around you and like what you have in it. Okay. I guarantee you that every single thing that you've purchased that you're sitting around right now solved a problem for you. Needed to hang that picture behind me, needed to buy a frame. Problem was couldn't hang it without the frame. Couldn't hang it without the nail. So, like even just taking it to that all the way down back to that, like an eyelash fucking curler. Like think about it. Every single thing solves a problem. Every single service solves a problem, right? Oil changes, need them.
and you would think, okay, well, like what problem does a Gucci belt solve? I'll tell you what it solves: status.
Yeah, 100%. Designer stuff solves the problem of someone not feeling confident or needing to like prove something to
Mhm.
others.
And it's okay. I've been there. So I'm
Hey,
not
I've
knocking it,
totally
but
bought some designer
yeah,
stuff. Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to give you just one line, just one, because if I give you the full consult system, why the hell would I host a workshop? Here it is. Get used to this. Well, that depends on like where your hair is now and where you want it to go. Mind if I ask you a couple of quick questions? That's probably the most important line that I can give you right now. It takes back control, it creates curiosity, and it signals leadership. It also moves the conversation from transactional to transformation. And that's where all the premium buying actually happens. So this is a taste of that framework. You're not the service provider. You're not just a service provider. You're not just a hairstylist. You're the person guiding people to the identity that they want to feel in the world. And once you see yourself in that role of an advisor, not just a technician, your prices go up, your conversions go up, your upsells become natural. I think that there was a time where I never thought I'd be able to sell like thousands of dollars services. I had a weird thing about me, about money too. And like learning these skills has been the single most important thing that has grown my business in every
I want
business
to
that I have.
I want to speak to this too in a little bit. Like many times when we have that like negative feeling when we hear the word sales or fear around like presenting a high ticket to somebody else, it's our own internal dialogue and like stories that we were told growing up or like society told us or whatever it may be that have shaped us into who we are today. And so what happens is if you have kind of like a scarcity mentality in any capacity, it becomes really, really scary. And we kind of make it about ourselves. Like, well, I wouldn't pay that. Or like, I would be afraid to pay that. If someone dropped that number at me, I would probably freeze. Right. And so then you project that onto other people, but that's about you. That's not about them. And this whole concept of like skillfully converting is making it about the other person and caring about the other person and taking yourself kind of out of the equation and like removing your attachment to an outcome. Let me actually understand if I can help this person from a space of authenticity and empathy. Let me understand the person. And if it seems like I have the solution to their problem or something that they would really value, they're going to be willing to pay the price. And it's going to feel less scary to drop the price because you stop making it about you, stop projecting, and you start making it about caring about the other person and truly understanding them, and then helping them in the long
Yeah,
term, right?
exactly. And if you don't value what you offer, kind of yikes,
You got to
dude.
get a
Like,
new job. Yeah.
yeah, you can't do that. Like, you have to then fix the experience.
Yeah.
Then fix the experience because if you can't see the value in what you're doing, that's not a good sign. So it's not.
You need a new career, y'all.
I hope that this was helpful. It was just a taste, but I know that there's some like really helpful nuggets in here. Again, I'm going to drop the link for the workshop. I do hope to see some of your faces there, and I expect you to participate. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've got to have fun doing these workshops. So.
Our clients are also amazing. So you'll be surrounded by some pretty freaking awesome humans who are like thriving in their businesses. So
yeah. And inside of that class, you're going to learn like how to really present those. You're going to learn all the questions that you need to ask, like how to present those high ticket pricing so it lands smoothly, the entire upsell conversation framework, how to make premium clients feel certainty, and it's going to change your career. I'm really confident in that. So thank you so much for hanging with us. Definitely like and subscribe, and we'll see you at that workshop. Bye.
Sounds good. Bye, everyone. The balloons, not the balloons. I don't know.
Thank you for listening to Slice Squad Spills. If you're enjoying the show, please subscribe, leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback is going to help us improve and attracts more listeners to the show. Please share with your fellow time slicers. And hey, if you're ready to optimize your time and double your income, we've got you covered.